Good morning and welcome to the video for Monday, June the 22nd. This is going to be a video for our upcoming third graders. And I have my guest assistant Ernie today, who has been a star in a few of my videos in the past. So he's going to try to make sure that I don't make any mistakes, like forgetting to make sure that my screen would actually show up in the video, which has already happened once today. So we are going to be talking about some multiplication things. And we're going to be working first on using the distributive property to get the answer to larger problems. So our problem is 6 times 40. And so to do that problem, we are going to break it up into smaller chunks that we know the multiplication facts for, specifically 6 times 10. And so this model is going to kind of be a diagram to help us along the way. So we're going to do 6 times 10 to get the first group that's already given. 6 times our second group of 10 would also give us 60. Our third group of 10 would give us 60, and our last group of 10 would give us 60. And so one of the things I talk about when doing this is that I could also do 6 times 4, get my answer for that, and put a 0 at the end. And that does work. I could do 60 plus 60 to get 120. I can do 120 plus 60 to get 180, and then 180 plus 60 to get 240. And I can also do 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 to get 24, put my extra 0 at the end to represent that I'm doing groups of 40 instead of groups of 4, and that would give us 240. The other thing I want to talk about is using the associative property. And so I don't think I've spent a lot of time on that. We can use this with the distributive property and the commutative property. So the commutative property we get an example of here where I change the order of the factors. I move my 5 over so I can group it with 2. And then the associative property says that we can change these groupings. So I could choose to do 2 times 4 to get 8 and then do 8 times 8. Whatever I put in parentheses, I have to do first. So let's say that I want to go ahead and do 8 times 4 and then multiply it by 2, which is a doubling strategy that the Go Math textbook teaches, and we will work with that some. So let's say I'm really good with my multiplication facts for 4. I can do 4 times 8 to get 32. And then I can do 32 times 2, or I can just do 32 plus 32, and that's where that idea of doubling. So I can take this answer and double it by adding it to itself. For this one, I could go ahead and do 4 times 5, which is 20, and then do 20 times 2, or 20 plus 20. I can also do 2 times 5 to get my group of 10, multiply that times 4, and usually counting by tens works out pretty well for everyone. So I sometimes recommend that. And either way, we would get the answer 40 for both of those. So that covers the last quick multiplication thing I wanted to cover with everyone. One of the things that we'll be doing after this is to start working on division strategies. And so the biggest thing that you can do to help yourself be ready for when we do division is to be as comfortable as possible with your multiplication facts. So what I'm going to ask is the same thing I've asked for the last several videos, is to make sure that you are working on skip counting, repeated addition, whatever strategies you need to get to where you are comfortable memorizing the multiplication facts, and that will help us as we move forward. So hope your summer is going well, hope you have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video, which will be a week from today.